Have you ever made a trade based on just a gut feeling, only to watch it go completely sideways? I think we've all been there. Today, we're going to talk about that exact journey, the massive shift from trading on emotion to building a real, systematic, data-driven framework that can actually navigate the chaos of the markets. Let's dive in.
You know, this really gets to the heart of the whole thing. Is trading an art? Something you feel, like a sixth sense for where the market's headed? Or is it a science? Something you can measure, test, and, most importantly, repeat? It's a huge question, so let's unpack it.
And when you break it down, the difference is just night and day. On one side, you have that intuition-based approach. It's a total emotional roller coaster, right? It's subjective, and it leads to wildly inconsistent results. But on the other side, you've got evidence-based decisions. This is objective, analytical, and it's designed for one thing: predictability.
So this brings us right to what we call the trader's dilemma, the incredibly high cost of just relying on your gut when there's real money on the line.
I mean, think about it. When you're trading purely on intuition, your decisions are basically being hijacked by fear and greed. You're constantly fighting your own brain, your own psychological biases, like confirmation bias, where you only look for news that confirms what you want to believe, and you ignore all the red flags. And the result? It's a recipe for totally unpredictable outcomes.
So how in the world do you escape that cycle? Well, it takes a whole new philosophy. It requires a fundamental shift in your thinking, away from instinct and towards an evidence-based approach to the markets.
And here's what that actually looks like in the real world. A data-driven methodology isn't some complex, impossible thing. It's simply a systematic process. It means your decisions come from analyzing hard data and statistics, not from a random hunch you had in the morning. It's about seeing the market with a clearer lens.
This right here is the mission statement. It's about moving beyond those gut feelings. It's not about becoming a robot, but it is about elevating your trading beyond the chaos of subjective hunches and grounding it in something that's actually solid and repeatable.
Because at the end of the day, the goal is consistency. You want every single trade to be justified by solid, verifiable evidence. Why? Because that's what leads to more predictable, sustainable results over the long haul.
Okay, so let's get practical. We've talked a lot about the why. Now let's dig into the how, the actual toolkit you need to make this happen.
These are your core competencies. We're talking about things like building and backtesting your own trading systems. That means you test your strategy on historical data to see how it would have performed before you risk a single dollar of your own money. It's about mastering risk management, so one bad trade doesn't completely wipe you out. This is a complete professional skill set.
And this structured workflow is a perfect example of that system in action. Instead of chaotic, random decisions, you have a clear, repeatable, four-step process. You identify an opportunity based on your criteria, you do your analysis, you execute with precision, and then you monitor. This kind of discipline is what minimizes errors and makes you way more efficient.
See, ultimately, these aren't just a random collection of skills. They are the building blocks you use to craft your own personal blueprint for success, a plan that gives you clarity and discipline in every single thing you do in the market.
But how do you actually master all this? I mean, where do you start? Let's break down the methodology for making that transformation happen.
The approach is built on 4 key pillars, and it's not just about theory. It's hands-on learning with practical exercises you actually do. It's digging into real-world case studies so you can learn from the successes and the failures of others. You also get insights from experienced traders, and crucially, you get support from a community. You're not doing this alone.
And the best part is, you don't have to learn it all at once. This whole process is systematic. You build your knowledge brick by brick, starting with the fundamentals, and then moving to more advanced techniques, making sure you master each step before you move on to the next one. So where does all of this lead? Well, it all leads to the ultimate transformation. This isn't just about learning a few new tricks. It's about fundamentally changing the kind of trader you are.
The result of this entire journey is a truly profound transformation. Seriously, it's a complete game changer.
First, you develop unshakable confidence. And look, this isn't about arrogance. This is the deep, quiet conviction that comes from truly trusting your process, which allows you to execute your plan without hesitation, even when the market is going crazy.
Second, and this is a huge one, is emotional discipline. You finally learn how to control those powerful biases, fear and greed, that wreck most traders. Your decisions are then based on data, not on a fleeting feeling.
So when you put all of these pieces together, you literally forge a new trading identity. It's one defined by that confidence we talked about, by discipline, by the ability to adapt as markets change, and of course, the one thing every single trader is looking for, a real foundation for sustainable, long-term success.
Because at the end of the day, this is about way more than just short-term wins. It's about building a durable, robust trading framework that is truly built to stand the test of time and whatever the market throws at you.
And that really leaves us with one final, pretty important question to think about. Is your current approach to trading actually built to last? Thanks for joining this explainer.